Now let's go to the 7th chapter. Oh, this is getting ready to get real deep here. The 7th chapter, I was going to have you just read the 18th verse, but let's deal with the whole thing here. Now mind you, this again is from the mind of Paul. Romans 7:14, what does it say?
For we know that the law is spiritual.
Now wait a minute, he just said what is spiritual?
The law.
He says in this verse that the law is spiritual. Remember that. Put a pin in that in your mind. Okay, go ahead.
But I am carnal.
But I am carnal. Another word for carnal is sinful. Got me? Go ahead.
Sold under sin.
Sold, or I'm enslaved to sin. Go ahead, what does it say?
For that which I do, I allow not.
Now check out how deep this dude is. Here's what he says. Or I should say really how shallow he is. Whoever put this together, because Paul didn't exist to do it, but somebody put it together and attributed it to Paul. Because they knew you would believe that it came from God if you thought Paul did it. Got me? He says in the 15th verse, for that which I do, I allow not. In other words, I don't understand myself here. Go ahead.
For what I would.
For the thing that I want to do.
That do I not.
I'm not doing it. Go ahead.
But what I hate.
But the thing I don't want to do, the thing I hate doing, the thing I know I ain't got no business doing.
That do I.
That's what I'm doing. Now check how deep this goes. When I was a Christian, and when I was unconscious and didn't want to take responsibility for my own actions, that was good news to me. You follow what I'm saying? I'm saying, yeah, I can relate to that. Oh yeah, I can relate to that. I know I shouldn't be doing the things I'm doing, but hey, he had the same problem. So hey, go ahead, read.
If then I do that which I would
listen
not.
to this. Listen to this. If then I'm doing the stuff that I don't want to do,
I consent unto the law that it is good.
My conscience agrees that God's law is right. Go ahead.
Now then, it is no more I that do it.
Now this is deep, because now you're about to hear Flip Wilson come out.
But sin.
Now then, I agree that it's really no more I that's doing this.
But sin that dwelleth in me.
But sin that dwelleth in me that's making me do what I don't want to do. So notice what he says. He says it's really not me.
Sin.
In psychology, we call this multiple personality disorder. It ain't really me that's doing it, it's sin. Geraldine used to say the devil made me do it. I ain't do that, the devil made me do it. Go ahead, read.
For I know that in me.
Check that. Now check out this. This is some deep stuff here. For I know, this is the verse I was going to have her read it first. For I know that in me,
that is in my flesh,
meaning in my flesh, in my very being, what?
Dwelleth no good thing.
Do y'all hear this?
Yes.
Now what's really tragic is black folk are being taught this. I know they're being taught it because I taught this to them. I know that in me, meaning in my being, in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. Go ahead.
For to will is present with me.
For to will is present with me. In other words, I want to do the right thing.
But how to perform that which is good, I find not.
Now this is deep. As bad as I want to do what I know I ought to be doing, for some reason or other, I just can't get it done. That's what it's saying. I know what I ought to be doing, but I'm having a problem getting it done. Go ahead, read.
For the good that I would, I do not.
For I know I need to be doing the right thing, and I want to do what's really good, but I ain't doing it.
But the evil which I would not, that I do.
But the evil, the wrong doing? Ain't this deep here? I'm messed up as I can be. Y'all see this Pauline message? See, when a person who talks, really, if a person was to walk up to you and talk this and explain this, now, Shelley, I got a problem. I know what I ought to be doing, but I ain't getting it done. I don't understand what's really going on with me, because I know what the right thing is to do, but the wrong thing that's on this side of my head is what I keep doing. I don't want to do what, I'm all messed up here. So, what you would say to that person, what is wrong with you? Go ahead, read.
I lost my place. now, if I do that, I would not.
Notice what he's saying. Now, here's the conclusion that I'm coming to. Now, if I do that which I don't want to do,
it is no more I that do it.
Again, it ain't really me. I'm convinced it ain't me.
But sin
it wasn't me. Wasn't me. Now, I know you saw somebody look like me, but it wasn't me. If I do that which I don't want to do, it is what? You just read it. What is it?
But sin that dwelleth in me.
It's sin that dwelleth in me. Read.
I find then a law.
Check out the conclusion he comes to. I find then a law.
That when I would do good.
That when I would do good.
Evil is present with me.
Evil is always present. Go ahead.
For I delight in the law of God after the inward man.
Now, in my conscience, I know what God would have me do, and that's what I get happy about. I get happy. I give praise to God. I just go to rejoicing. I go to claiming the victory in God, in my conscience, because of what I know the Lord would have me do. Go ahead.
But I see another law in my members.
Now, y'all remember in the cartoons you had the little angel on this shoulder and the little devil on this shoulder over here? All right. See, now the little angel over here telling me what I know I need to be doing, but I got this other little devil over here on this shoulder saying, go ahead, what does it say?
Warring against the law of my
And these two little guys are at war in my head. Go ahead.
And bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members.
Now this is really deep, because he's saying there's a war going on in my head. One side of me is saying what I should be doing, the other side of me saying what you should not be doing, and it looks like the one that keeps saying what I ain't supposed to be doing, that's the one that keeps winning out. I don't care how hard I try to do the right thing, I just can't do it. That's what he's saying here. We got a problem, because by your own admission, dude, you are messed up. So how are you going to be the apostle of Christianity? Go ahead, what does it say?
Oh, wretched man that I am.
Notice what he says, y'all. I'm messed up. I just have to admit, I am Foxtrot, Uniform, Charlie, Kilo, Echo, Delta, up. So what is he going to say?
Who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
Notice his message now. I've come to the conclusion that I got a problem. And not only do I have a problem, I'm telling y'all, I'm messed up. So who gonna set me free? This is funny, ain't it? It really is funny now that you break it down and look at it like this. Who gonna set me free? Who gonna help me? Oh, wretched man, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? Notice what he says in the 25th verse. Go ahead.
He says, I thank God.
I praise God.
Through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Through Jesus. God. Some of y'all probably seen that crazy fool. I want y'all to know I'm free because of God. You all right, Miss? Go ahead.
So then with the mind, I myself serve the law of God.
Now notice his message. In my mind, I serve the law of God.
But with the flesh,
But in my body,
the law of sin.
I can go ahead and serve the law of sin. I want y'all to keep in mind preachers like Eddie Long as we read this. Got me? Priests, Roman Catholic priests who sodomized little boys. As we read this, understand the basis of their activity.